if you want to learn SAP MM, then most critical one is the procurement processes. What are the procurement process, why we are using it, and what is the benefit to the business for it? That you need to understand if you are going to be a SAP MM consultant or SAP MM end user. You need to understand the processes by your heart. So in today's class, we are going to cover some of the business processes or some of the procurement processes in our class, which will be very much important or which will be very much beneficial if you are trying to learn SAP MM, which we are going to teach you in coming classes. So this class will be very much of important for you. So stay tuned, stay focused in this class. We are going to discuss a lot more on the procurement process. Hello everyone, I am Anshuman and we are continuing the SAP MM classes. So in the SAP MM classes, last class we have seen what are the data types in the SAP MM. If you have not seen it yet, you can just click on the I button and you can see that class. And in today's class, we are going to discuss about some of the important terms or some of the important business process in the SAP MM. So first, let's understand what is a business process and why we are using it. So in the business, basically based on the demand, so there will be different kind of demands will be there if you are going to use that business process basically. Okay, so based on the different type of business need, we are having different kind of procurement process. So what is the outcome or what is the benefits of using different kind of procurement process? First thing is the efficiency, second thing is cost saving. How efficient and what is the cost saving, that we are going to discuss in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So basically for each process we are having a different business, we can say, process. If we try to understand, let's say in your common day-to-day life, you are also procuring a lot more product, right? So in that case, you are not going to procure or you are not procuring all of the items in a single method, or you are not purchasing that within the same process or same type of payment process or anything. You are not going to do that one. Similarly, for the business, they are not going to follow the same process for all of type of their requirement. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about different demand, and for that demand, what are the different type of business processes are there. So here we have divided the process flow or business process into three categories. First one is a core business process, which mostly it is essential for every business. Second process, where there is a agreement or partnership is there, or we can say there is a agreement between the supplier and the company. And third process is basically, let's say, the complex process, or let's say there is a extended, we can say, processes are there. So we are going to understand two process from the each scenario. There are some more scenarios are there that we might cover in the next class. So today we are going to see the procurement of stock, procurement for direct consumption, pipeline procurement, consignment procurement, subcontracting procurement, and third party. If I say about the procurement, every time you have to understand procurement is a term of SAP. In simple terms, we can say that as a purchasing. Okay, whatever things you purchase, that we call as a procurement. So we are going to understand these 6 steps or these 6 process. Stay tuned, and this will be very important. So first thing, if we try to see, that is the core business process. So first thing in the core business process, that is your procurement for stock purpose. So every business process you can understand from the name. From the name, it is very specific, you can understand. So if we try to understand, procurement means purchasing, for stock means we are going to store the product. Okay, so whatever materials we are going to purchase, we have to store the product. Now let's understand, in the business, let's say there is a requirement that there are different kind of we can say industries will be there. So first one, let's say, understand a manufacturing industry. So for the manufacturing industry, let's say to manufacture some of the product, you will be needing a raw material, right, to manufacture the product. So that raw material, you are going to use it on a daily basis. So day to day consumption, you will be having, you will need that raw material. So we are not going to purchase the material based on the requirement, but we are going to purchase the material and we are going to store the material, and whenever it is required, we can consume that or we can issue the goods. Next, is, let's say there is a trading company is there, like your Reliance Mart is there, or any sort of, let's say, grocery stores are there. So there you can say those are the trading companies. So what they are doing? So they are doing the trading activity, like they purchase the material from the manufacturer and they sell it to the customer, right? So that is the basic process. So here you can have a raw material or trading material you are having. Okay, so these materials you are going to consume on a daily basis. So on a daily basis, you are not going to procure or you are not going to buy or purchase the product. So for that one, what you are going to do, you are going to store it at a storage location or a warehouse. How the process will happen or how the process will occur? So first thing, there will be a forecast will be there. So now let's say for next coming 1 month, how much products will be needed. Then you will be placing a purchase order based on that. Then your material will be received and you will be storing that material in your storage location. Then at the time of use, you can directly issue. Let's say daily you need some product, you will be issuing that one. So this is basically the process flow, or this is the requirement of procurement for stock consumption, or we can say stock procurement process is there. So second one is direct consumption. So what is a direct consumption process? Like the name says, direct consumption. So means you are consuming directly, rather storing it in your warehouse, you are going to directly consume it. So when we are going to use this one? So let's say there is a requirement from other department are there, right? So let's say there is a maintenance department is there. So for them, there is a maintenance order is there. For that maintenance order, they need some product. So for that one, we are not going to store those products because these are, we can say these are department wise requirement and we don't have those requirements on a regular basis. So those kind of things, we can do it for a direct consumption. So what we will do, we will place a purchase order based on this. So in that purchase order, basically we will be adding a cost center. Cost center, for right now, you understand, cost center is nothing but it is a department. Okay. So we are going to add the department in the purchase order. So whenever we receive the goods, we are not going to store in the, but directly we are going to send that to the department and they will consume it. So for us, it is direct consumption, means we receive the product and will directly send to the department. We are not storing it. So that is basically the procurement for direct consumption. This is one more.